This is Jacob from Dragon Bastard Games. I have another Aftermath campaign log for you. We're going to pick up right at the end of the last one. After Lieutenant Duval Lamar is executed and his allies banished, the party is stuck in Clifftop as they recover. Between autumn the 34th and the 39th, the party spends much time studying the Grower language with Kinraglog's help. They also raid the late lieutenant's home and procure a poisoner's kit, a few vials of rose perfume, and a large sack of peanuts. They might have procured more, but many other goblins were on site looking to do the same. On the 39th, Seeker awoke with a new vigor, asking Jillian about Sethlings. Children of Sethrotet, she explained. Children of Sethrotet the Green, the oldest green dragon at 700 years old. And also about the location of an insane asylum. She knew little of the asylum, but knew that Hank had mentioned it. Seeker's new concern was spurred on by a dream from his patron, a dream of immense heat and a command to seek an enemy of Demetrius, and to seek and recover a lost tool. They follow up with Hank, who's got himself stuck on a bushcraft jungle gym. After Carthol helps him down, Hank offers directions to Greta's recovery home and suggests the many-fingered lady lives nearby. The party sets out. Autumn 40th is a little difficult. 2 times they were ambushed by green kobolds, and each time severely depleted their resources. The second time they showed a disturbing understanding of tactics. Both groups managed to blow a signal whistle before being wiped out. In this fracas, Carthol caught a falling log and deflected it away from his boat, but knocking him out in the process. He had previously been filled with sling bullets and was low on health to begin with. That night, when they were resting, the blood they had spilled attracted a werewolf. Kinraglog and Erlan heard it, but thought they could lead it away, assuming it was a mere beast. It began to strike Kinraglog with stones while he was climbing out of reach, so they decided they needed to wake the group. They narrowly defeated it, only Seeker able to damage its impenetrable hide. Seeker and Carthol were bitten, however, but survived. Seeker was infected with lycanthropy, and will present symptoms on autumn the 47th. The werewolf nearly got away, but was intercepted by the superior running speed of Kinraglog and wrestled to the ground so that Seeker could finish him off. They elected to take his body with them, not possessing the materials to skin it. It was still immune to most blades. Thereafter, encounters mostly consisted of suspicious red bananas in the middle of a clearing, not prompting an attack when Kinraglog retrieved them, and monkey or baboon scouting parties who ID'd the party and then fled. Each time, all members of the scouting party were eliminated before they could get away. One night, while Erlan was on watch, he heard a growling like the werewolf again. He began to investigate, but determined it was best to wake Seeker, the only one able to damage a werewolf. When they failed to find a sign of werewolves about the camp, they examined the body of the werewolf they carried with them, and shot an eldritch blast at it for good measure. A flurry of burning lights spread as they did so, and they discovered the body was being fed upon by firebugs of some sort. At Kinraglog's suggestion, they wait till morning to drown them out, in the river first, then to oil the body, wrap him in cloth to deter further infestation. After the first day, the mood of the trip was fairly light. Grower language lessons peppered the days, and the party now had the most basic grasp of the language and can communicate simple yes, no, here, there sorts of questions. At one point, Kinraglog was giving language lessons on words for parts of the body. There was a bout of humor regarding genitalia, and Carthol's distinctly different perspective on what that looks like. He has the bottom half of a bull, after all. Another point along the way, while rowing with shovels, Carthol felt a mysteriously different cutting feeling from his shovel. He stopped, bent down, picked up a snake that he had neatly decapitated by chance. Kinraglog took it happily and slurped it down. The final day arrives, and the party finds the large stone building. It's autumn 44th. They examine the outside of the building briefly. It has many glass windows, mostly intact, though a few have the webbing of compromised safety glass. You can find a floor plan of that building on my Patreon. Erlan and Seeker step into the building, followed by Carthol and Kinraglog. Seeker activates his comprehend languages to read the sign on the door. Manager Greta Stone. They pried off the metal plate, which clanged loudly. The hooting and howling of many monkeys echoed through the building. All stepped out the front door to create a choke point. Once the door opened, a monkey was struck with an eldritch blast, killing it. The door closed. There's the sound of some scrambling inside, so Kinraglog looks through the letter slot. He sees monkeys fleeing. Erlan tries to push him aside to take a look, but Kinraglog doesn't even feel it. The goblin woman approaches. She is young and too tall. Kinraglog is having trouble seeing her clearly as she advances. He exclaims, but only Seeker can understand his speech. So he looks through the letter slot too. He sees more. Extending from her feet are the skeletal legs of an ape, making her taller, and from her hands, skeletal ape arms. Around her head and neck is an elaborate headdress of banana leaves. Hanging from her neck on a string are 3 severed monkey's hands. One open like an action figure's hand, waiting to grasp. One with all but the pointer finger down, and it points, even as it shakes, to her. One with all fingers outstretched and laid flat like it was waving. On top of her head is a ceramic mask. As she approaches, Seeker drops the mail slot shutter and backs away. Vines spontaneously grow and entangle Seeker and Erlan. The door opens. "You have harmed one of my children. I can't have that. I should think you would be best advised to step inside so we can chat about recompense." She holds the door open and waves the party in. The vines drag Erlan and Seeker toward the door, but wait to let Kinraglog and Carthal enter freely first. Kinraglog looks to Carthal for guidance as to what to do next. Session ends autumn 44th. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, elect to receive notifications. There will be more to come your way soon. If you want to see more of this content or to help me elevate the quality of the channel, you're welcome to support me on Patreon. That would be really cool of you. Until next week, have fun. On the 39th, Seeker